Hey everybody, this is Kirk with An Easy Way to Trade. Do me a favor, before you watch this video, hit the like button and then hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when we do our other videos. Okay everybody, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Welcome to An Easy Way to Trade's Monday night Zoom. Training Zoom. We do this Zoom every Monday and Wednesday. To everybody who's on here that's new, we do this Zoom every Monday and Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. and we go over the trades that our EA puts us in. So I'm going to say welcome to all the new people that have been invited by Uncle Lee. Please make sure that you get in touch with Uncle Lee to let him know that you are on this Zoom. Please reach out to him personally in a message, in a Telegram message, or however you reach out to him. Reach out to Uncle Lee. He's on right now, to let him know that you are on. And if you like what you see, definitely let him know. He knows what to do after that. Guys, we're going to go ahead and for all the new people, we're going to go ahead and give a little background. My name is Kirk Wheeler. I'm with An Easy Way to Trade. Matter of fact, let me turn my camera on right quick. If I can find my darn button somewhere.
How you doing, guys? Hey, Kurt, thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's Uncle Lee, everybody. He invited a lot of you on here. So again, reach out to him personally in your message in Telegram to let him know that you were on the Zoom, so he'll know how many people that he invited that they actually got on from his groups. We like a lot of group participation. Again, my name is Kirk Wheeler. I am the one of the co-owners of An Easier Way to Trade, and we have a little bit about me. We have been doing this for a while with Uncle Lee. Also, I've been working with Uncle Lee for Uncle Lee about 5-6 years now, at least.
I think so, my friend. I think
5 or 6 years.
Yep.
We've been back and forth looking for better ways to help other people learn to trade, not only manually, but with automation, AI, and things like that. Uncle Lee has several systems out there. In fact, a lot of you on here that remembered FX copy and paste, that actually came from Uncle Lee as his original pip hunter. Him and our developer, Mr. Heckle, they developed Pip Hunter for us, and I kind of took over the rights from them and turned it into FX on page. A lot of people like that. But we have now developed a new strategy, a new EA. Some of you guys remember my EA from a couple of years back. It got hacked in almost 24 to 48 hours. It was on the market. That EA really works well right now. And a lot of people don't understand, EA has to work. You have to manage an EA. And I'm going to say this. You got some new people on here. I'm going to say this, and I tell it every time. If you can prove me wrong, prove me wrong. I'm never too big to say that I was wrong. I personally, and I say this personally, I have never personally witnessed an EA, martingale, any type of AI software that is consistent for a year, 2, 3, 5 years, whatever, without any type of intervention, without management. In other words, I've never seen it. Nobody has ever shown me an EA that they just threw on the chart and it was profitable 6 months, a year, or whatever, without them doing anything. Now, I'm not talking about a trade copier. A trade copier, yeah, you do no management whatsoever because somebody else is running it. They're managing it. Yeah, you don't have to do anything, of course. But with an EA, you have to manage it somehow because the Forex market is exactly what that is, the Forex market. And it is subject to do whatever it wants. You can have the best charts marked up and it does something totally different. So, an EA is only as smart as the program that it's written in. So we have, and long story short, we have come up with another EA with different triggers that really takes intelligent trades. However, we advertise it with semi-EA. It's an EA with management. And that means at some point or another, you will have to intervene with it. You will have to do something, turn the EA off on a pair or something, or turn the EA off and sit on your hands. Because a lot of people don't understand that with trading, sometimes you have to know when to sit on your hands. And if you know what I mean by that, sometimes you have to know when not to trade, when to just get out of the market because it's so unpredictable. The thing a lot of people think, well, the Forex market is meant to make money. It is, but A big key is, is protecting the money that you have. And that's what a lot of us, and I always, Uncle Lee knows, and a lot of my people on here who know me know, I always talk with me included. I had a hard time learning when to just sit on my hands. I always thought to myself, if I was not in a trade, I wasn't making money. Well, I never understood that if I was not in a trade, I wasn't losing money either. So our EA is designed to take intelligent trades. And I'll put this out here. I always put these two things out here. If you are looking for if you're on this Zoom and you are looking for an EA that you do not have to manage, that you just put it on the chart and walk away, then let me tell you right now, this is not for you. And this might not be the Zoom for you. You will have to manage this EA. Let me say that again. You will have to manage this EA. Okay, because the market is the market. There is nothing that you will not manage it. And if somebody has found an EA that they don't have to manage, I ask you to show it to me. I'll use it too. But I've had people come up to me and tell me they had an EA. They're in my group. They got an EA that's been working 2-3 years. And I'm like, okay, well, if you have an EA that's working 2 or 3 years and you doing nothing, why are you in my group looking for an EA when you have the Holy Grail? So. And then I tell people to use a little bit of common sense too. I know a lot of people in trading that has more money than me, millions and billions of dollars. They lose trades. Banks, hedge fund managers. One of my mentors that I've known a long time ago, and I got some people on here who can back me up on this. Miss Flores on here. She'll tell you, we know a trader, he lost $6 million in one day. He laughed about it. Now, if you can laugh about losing $6 million, then you got more money than I do. Well, guess what, guys? He doesn't have the Holy Grail, and he has enough money to where he can go. If there's a Holy Grail out there, he can have somebody make it. So nobody has come across an EA that doesn't lose. So again, that lets you know we have to manage it. So again, if you're not looking to manage this EA and learn how to actually work it, this is not for you. Now, I will say this to you. If you are willing to learn how to manage this EA, learn when to run it, when not to run it, then you will be successful with it. I have people on here right now. I can't think of anybody in my Discord group right now that's running an EA that has not been successful. And I can say that truthfully.
Got people. Kirk, I gotta say too, Kirk. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but the instructions you gave me on how to manage the EA, it's not that hard. I'm just saying that I don't want anybody in the meeting to be intimidated like they have to manage. It's very simple. It doesn't take but just a few minutes to manage the trades. That's all I wanted to throw in. It's not hard at all.
He's absolutely right. And we're going to go, this is what we do our Zooms for, guys. This is what we mean. We actually go over the trades that we are in on our Zooms. And we, as collectively, we will tell you, hey, this trade looks like it's a good trade. Let's let it run. Hey, this trade is going into support and it's a sale. We may want to close it. This trade is consolidating. We may want to close it. That's the information that you'll get from us on the Zooms from our team. Also in our Telegram group, we put that information out. So we help you, but we also show you, how to manage the EA, what to look for when running the EA, what to actually look for when running it. Yeah. So this is going to be, it's going to make you, you'll do, I was like this, and I can only speak for past experience. And again, I speak for myself. If you do it the way we show you how to do it, guys, a lot of you people, let me ask this question. If you're on this Zoom and you tried other EAs before, but you really never really been successful withdrawing money weekly or monthly, put a 1 in the chat box. If you've been trading for over a year, but you're not on you've not made withdrawals consistently, put a weekly or monthly, put a 1 in the chat box. Be honest. Just put a 1 in the chat box. If you're not making the type of money that you think you should be making or making withdrawals, put a 1 in the chat box. You've tried other, EAs, things like that, and it's just not working for some reason. I will say this about other EAs, guys. It's all in the management. It is all, you can run a martingale software. You can run any type of EA as long as you watch it and intervene with it. I'm sure you can probably make it work. You have to know when to run it, when not to run it, when to turn it off and on. Now, the good thing about, a lot of people have not made money withdrawals consistently in here, and that's being truthful. Well, guys, I'm gonna say this, I really believe this. If you run our EA and get on our Zooms trainings, actually learn what we're going to show you on how to determine when to stay in and when to get out, you're going to be successful. Now I'm going to put this out about our EA. We've been running now for a couple of months. I would never call an EA hands-free, because what did I just spend the last 10 minutes telling you? There's nothing that's hands-free. There's no holy grail. There's nothing that you won't manage. I have been running our EA. I actually did a video today and put it in my group, and I showed the day I started the account. Started it with $1,000, and I just turned the EA on. That was February 5th. February 5th, I turned the EA on with starting $1,000. In 2.5 weeks, this is from that day until today. No management, zero management whatsoever. I mean, the only thing we did was turn it off doing market changeover, because, and here's the thing, a lot of people don't realize. Well, you understand that when market changeover, the spreads will happen. You know, market's going to gap. You're going to get high spreads. But what most people don't think about when they're running AI software, martingale and stuff like that, EAs, is when you have that EA running over market changeover, because of that spread, because of the different brokers' market prices at the time and whatever spreads they hit you with, that EA is going to throw you in a trade that it otherwise would not have done, because the market spread gaps. Well, that EA says that price spiked, and it might hit something. It might hit a level where the EA said, okay, we take this trade. And then all of a sudden, an hour, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever later, prices come back. The spreads come back down. You should never, that EA should have never taken that trade. Martingale, AI, whatever, it should have never taken that trade. You know, so you got to know when to turn it off. So in our rules, and like Uncle Lee said, he has the list of our rules that's in our Discord. There's not a lot of rules in there. When you think about it, when you go through the rules list, guys, it's all common sense. I'm pretty sure all of y'all would look at him like, yeah, I would have thought of that. You just don't think about it. But if the rules, I was taught, you know, one of my mentors, and he's not on right now, he'll be on shortly. You got to have a trading plan, guys. If you just get up and trade every day and not have any numbers, no goals, then you're just throwing money in the wind. And I had to learn it the hard way. You got to have a trade plan, and you got to stick with that trade plan. You got to say, okay, I need to do this today. I need to do this amount. I want to do this amount a day. This is going to be how many trades I'm running, stop loss, take profit, this, and you got to follow. This is going to be what I'm looking for to enter a trade. We're talking about manual here, you know, but you got to have a trade plan within the EA. So we're going to show you exactly what we look for with these rules. All right, we're going to go over the rules too, but let's get started now. As I'm giving you a little bit of background, our EA with manager, the first thing, guys, you need to understand is structure. And I know there's a lot of people out here to teach structure. It is not hard. I know Uncle Lee in his groups, he has a lot of different indicators and systems and things, and they're good. And I've used a lot of the systems, and I like 99% of them. I've used pretty much all of them. But what I have found out is I use the indicators as a secondary. And what I mean by that, as confirmation. I use what's on the chart itself. What you're looking at right here is what I use to trade manually, because all I'm looking for is support, resistance, trend lines. That's all we need for our EA to understand it. And you can do, like Uncle Lee said, it takes you no time to determine when you want to be in a trade. Being on your MT5, being on TradingView, I would recommend everybody get a TradingView account, because you can really do a lot of things with TradingView. Or being on your cell phone, MT4, MT5, so because our EA works on MT4 or MT5. So being on your cell phone, being on MT5, being on your TradingView account, you're looking for structure. You want to look for when the market is moving versus when the market is consolidating. And again, what do we want to do with the EA when it's consolidating? We want to sit on our hands. We want to know when to turn it off. We want to know when to not be in the market. We make money when we're trending. We lose money, or we don't make as much money when we're consolidating. Now, I will say this about EA, because I don't want people to have a misconception. I explained this to Uncle Lee. I explained this to everybody. And a lot of you guys on Uncle Lee's group, I explained it to everybody. Our EA, so let's make sure we all understand this now. Our EA may lose 1 day, 2 days, 3 days in a row. It may lose. The market may be consolidating and we didn't turn it off. Yes, Eric. And we may not have turned it off, right? We may lose 2 or 3 days. But what we do know is when the market starts to move like this, everybody can tell this is an obvious what? Obvious downtrend. Everybody can tell this right here It's obvious consolidation going sideways. So we may have the EA running 24/7. When I say 24/7, I mean, turn it off during market changeover and everything. But it may be running through consolidation. We may win some of these. We may lose some of them. We may lose the majority of these. However, when we get this right here, this is when we make all that money back. Moving. I need to learn how to use that other tool, that one right here. Moving. We making money through this. Now, I'm not saying that we don't lose some trades because the price may come down to our stop loss. Like right here, we may go up, come down, hit 30 pip stop loss before, but we'll get back in that trade somewhere. And we ultimately, the market will come back around, guys. So I've had a lot, when we first had people starting to test it, I had people coming to me, well, I lost today. I lost $200 today. And then the next day, I lost another 300. And I said, stop worrying. Let the market do what it's going to do. Let the EA do what it's going to do. We were not, everybody's running in demo. We were not managing the EA. We said, just let it run. And again, let me get back to what I said. I started an account February 5th with $1,000. The only time I touched that account was to turn it off during the 5 p.m. Eastern market changeover and turn it back. And I actually turned my EA off at 2 o'clock in the afternoons because I don't want to get, that's some things people need to understand. I turn it off at 2 o'clock p.m. every day because I don't want to get into any trades after 2:30 in that area just for the market to close in a couple of hours. Right. So if I'm not in the trade by 2, I'm shutting it off. Now, whatever trades I have running, I let them run. And I move my stop loss an extra 50 pips to give it room to spread, to gap. Right.
I did that today, Kirk, and it worked beautiful.
Absolutely. Uncle Lee started his account today and he's already over $200 or $300, something like that. $400.
It's closer to 5.
Close to $500 in one day. We're going to show you how to do this, guys. If you follow the rules exactly. Now, my partner, Mr. Eric B, is on here. He's the chart master. I'm going to show you some stuff that is also that you're going to get from him. He's the one, that got me to understand, the market shifts. The market will move and then it consolidates. But we're going to start now managing. So when the market starts to do this, we get out. Why give the money back? Why give some of the money back? But when we lose money here, we don't sweat. This might be 2 or 3 days. And people say, well, I lost money. Don't sweat. We're going to get this. We're going to get this. You're going to lose, but you're going to get it all back. So the market swings. Everybody understands the market consolidates way more than it trends. But when it trends, that's when we make our money. So now if we start learning to manage it and say, okay, maybe we can't get out of all the consolidating trades, but we can definitely not let it go 30 pips. Right? We have a 30 pip stop loss, and that's where most people and most EAs lose because they don't have a set stop. They're not willing to lose. Say, I'm willing to take that 30 pip loss early, get out of it, and then get in the sell or get into the trend, the trending ones. So we're going to teach you how to get out of the consolidating trades and take the trending. Now, again, back to that $1,000 account. I know I keep going on. Back to that $1,000 account. Started on February 5th. I only turned it off at 2 o'clock in the afternoons, turned it back on at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Eastern. So I was off then. Whatever trades were running, they were running. And then that was pretty much, and then on the weekend, I turned it off around 2 o'clock on a Friday also for the weekend. That's the only touch. I didn't touch any trades. I saw trades that I knew were going to hit stop loss. I knew it was going to hit stop loss, but I didn't touch it. I said, I want to see what this EA will do under stress. Well, guys, we ran it through NFP twice. We had 2 NFPs come. We ran it through Jerome Powell, the federal chair. And everybody, if you know trading, you know when the federal chair talks about inflation, the markets go crazy.
Yeah.
Well, we did not shut it off. From February 5th to around the first 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, we were up $1,200. Now, we ran it through that NFP the last time. And then, as y'all know, just last week, the Fed chair spoke. I said, I'm not turning out. I could have saved that money. I said, nope, I know it's going to go crazy. But we said, no, we're going to not touch this EA. We're going to let it run. Guys, right now, today, we're still over $220 in profit. That's completely hands-free. That's not touch. So we let it just run, it made it through all the news events. We don't shut it off. If you try to shut an E off through every news event, you'll never run it. Because news is happening every day, all day. London session, New York session, Asian session. If you try to do that with news, you'll never have an EA on. So we said we knew we were going to let it run through news, but when you let it run through the federal chair, and when they talk about inflation and through NFP non-farm payroll, you got something. If your EA can sustain, most EAs would have blown the account by then. But it's not just about that. We're also going to teach you guys how to manage the account as far as your lot sizes. So you got to know your, and again, my partner, Mr. Eric B on here, I'm sure he'll talk about this more in detail later. You know, you got to know how to know your numbers. If again, I was telling you at first, if you don't know your numbers, then it doesn't matter how good the EA is, you're going to lose. If somebody doesn't teach you how to go over your numbers, so we have a lot of people right now that are doing the prop firm challenges with it. Everybody I know who's doing is passing. I'm doing one right now. I started it 4 days ago. I only need another $600 and I'll be done. You know, right now. Uncle Lee is running one his first day right now. He's up $500. So, yeah. But if you don't understand your numbers, meaning if we have a 30 pip stop loss on our EA, and again, these are the things that we go through, you know, on our Zooms to show you.
Kirk?
Yes, sir.
Kirk, can you interject there? I like the setting that you taught me when we first talked about the EA, that you can have it set for a certain number of concurrent trades. So say we have the 20 pair that we like to trade up there, the EA is not going to go crazy and put you in the mad drawdown. You can limit your drawdown and control the EA, like you're talking about managing the EA with just a certain amount of trades that can be open at one time. This is how you could pass the MFF and the the FITMO challenges.
Absolutely.
That's a great.
I was going to get on that in a second.
I'm sorry. I'm just excited.
I was going to go through it, kind of go through the EA.
I'm just excited about this EA because it works so well. You know, we've been looking for years for one that does this, and this is finally doing it. It's finally
absolutely.
Doing it.
So what I was saying, guys, if you don't know your numbers, we have a 30 pip stop loss. You have to already know, and this is for people who want to pass prop firms, you know, things like that. You have to already know how much you can lose every single day, right? So if you know you have a 30 pip stop loss and you only want 5 trades running at one specific time, right? And then your lot size, you're going to say, okay, I got 5 trades at any given time running. Or I got 8 trades, or I got 10, or I got whatever your number is that you're comfortable with. We recommend 5, starting with anything less than $1,000 account. 5 trades max. That means when I go to bed at nighttime, I got no more than 5 trades running at a max of 30 pip stop loss. And on this prop firm that I'm running it at let's just say I'm running $1 a pip, right? Let's say I'm running $1 ease of numbers. I'm running $1 pip. I can go to sleep at night knowing that if for any reason I lose all 5 trades, I know I haven't blown my prop firm account and I know how much money I'm going to lose, right? 5 trades, 30 pips, that's $150, right? At $1 pip, right?
Takes all the stress out. Takes all the stress
because I know if I woke up in the morning, if I know that I lost every trade, which more than likely is not going to happen, but I'm not stressed. And a lot of people, you know, again, I talk about me. I've done this. I go to bed at nighttime. I wake up 3 or 4 times at nighttime checking my charts, right? To see if I'm in profit or not. Because I'm sweating because A, I'm over leveraged. B, I got too many trades running. Again, my partner had to teach me about that. I just never thought about those things. Knowing your numbers is half the battle when it comes to these prop firm challenges and actually manual accounts, you know, because you can sleep better. I know a lot of you on here probably going to bed at night sweating, waking up in the morning time, whether you're blowing the account or not. Your live account. So we're going to go and show people how to understand their numbers and how to manage this EA. So let's go over some of the trades, guys, we have for the day. And we like to use TradingView because it's easy to look at. I think it just disappeared on TradingView. Okay, hold on. Oh, no. What's today, y'all? Today is I got to do the custom pin. It just switched over right as I was talking. Man. So from the 27th to...
Today's Monday.
Yeah, I got to...
Thank you, brother.
All right, so we had Chef J. So let's go look at Chef J. All right, we had Chef J, and this is what we do, guys. We look at how this trade runs. It's very simple. You can look at we have Chef J for a buy. Well, this was our entry. We know we're buying, right? We can clearly see. We're in an uptrend. So we know we're buying and we took a buy. So that's the first good thing. Then the only thing we're doing, guys, is looking to the left for structure. We're looking to the left to see if we have any structure that would tell us we may need to get out of this buy. Well, we're working on the EA puts us in on the hour, right? So we look for the hour structure. We can also go to the 4 hour and just kind of glance at it. see what we have on the 4 hour, right? But the EA puts it on the hour, so we work there. All right, so we got this right here. Make it so everybody can see. Auto button. All right, this was our entry right here, guys. And if you notice, a lot of time, well, you don't notice, but you're going to notice a lot of times with our EA, guys, we'll have it'll open us up on a break and retest sometimes, or on some type of structure. I'm not, that's just how the EA is working. It gets us in on a break and retest a lot, or some type of structure. So we got an entry right here. We knew we were in an uptrend. Also, I mean, we're looking to the left. We have a structure right here. Of course, we can come over and look. You can see this on your cell phone. You can see this on MT5. You can see this pretty much anywhere. We look at. Well, we go to that trade and say, okay, look, how from our entry to that structure is what, about 15 pips. Now, this is when it comes to your decision making. We know this is probably an hour, a weak structure here. Why? Because the price has been up here, and that's more of a stronger structure. I'd be willing to take that, but look what it did. But we got out right here, and we did that because I saw that structure. I went in, and it was close to the end of the day also. It's about managing the EA. I could have went from here and let it bounce, and hoping it broke through, but that was a call I made. I knew it was on the structure. Plus, I wanted to go ahead and take that money. It did reverse. Right. So it's always, even with manual trading, it's always, what number are you happy with in profit? Toward the end of the day and it's beginning of the week, you always want to make some money beginning of the week. Then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you can kind of let things play, let things run. So that was a win. That was a win we managed. Let's go to AUD, NZD. Let me get this out of here. That was I marked up. Same thing right here. This one right here, we got in right here, and I closed it right here because it entered the trade right as soon as I turned it off. So I want to go ahead and end that one, but that was a win. That was like $10, $15 win. But, had I let it go, it's still going. Had I not closed it out at the end of the day, guys, our structure's up here, right? We got a little bit of structure right here, a break and retest right there, but still, that's still from that entry, not much. But I'm thinking but that momentum going up should keep on going. So this will be a trade that we would still be in unless you said get out of it. Next one, GJ. Entry and our exit. Our entry and our take profit. 40 pips right there. Then it reversed, guys. But look. First thing we're going to do is look for structure, right? But look at it. That's why it reversed. But our entry was right here. That was our 40 pip take profit. And what did it do? It hit resistance and bounced on down. But and last week we had GJ for we got all this, we got some of this too. So as long as it's trending, we're getting these trades in and out, in and out, in and out. Then we had CAD, which all the JPY trades pretty much doing the same thing, right? Same setup. Same setup right there, right? Price was sitting on support right here, went up, broke through, support became resistance, break and retest, keep on down. But that was our entry. We got some of this last week. We all made money on this last week with the EA down here, then got out 40 pips, got our money and got out. So what's going to happen? This is going to drop down. Sometime later, while it's trending, we'll get a sell call. We may get a sell call sometime tonight. We don't know. We'll see. But it's dropping. We may get a sell and keep on down. Next one was UCAD. Last one was USD CAD. Pretty much same thing. We got on this one, we had a sell. We already know when we got that sell entry right here, we're in a downtrend. We know we're selling. Got our take profit right here. Then we can look and see on our cell phone, on our MT5, wherever, on our trading view, we got support. We're out of that trade. Right. Yep. So it takes no time to actually look. Even if you're on, if you don't have your trading view at the time, if you're on MT4, the same trades, that Chef J trade was that buy here and took us out here. You can look on your cell phone, you can look on your computer, the same setups. It should only take, once you get good at looking at structure, and in our university, we have videos on support, resistance, trend line, how to identify trends. And I'll show you that shortly, how to identify. Let's go ahead and look at that now while I'm looking at it. you're going to get access to all of this right here on how to identify trends. These are videos that you want to go with. What is Forex? Okay. Support, resistance, trend lines, identifying the trend. Again, we talked about our trade plan and how to break it down, trade management. This is big, guys. Trade management, how to identify trade setups. These are more manual trade things right here. But the biggest thing is support, resistance, trend line. This video is going to show you actually how to look and identify support, resistance, trend lines. It's going to show you how to do that. I didn't close out and trade me back. So that's what our EA does. Let me bring this back up. And first, let me stop. Anybody have any questions about right there about how the EA works? Guys, if you're managing the EA, you're going to make money. And we're going to spend our Zooms training days showing you exactly how to manage. Again, we want to get out of these. Even though we may win some, we may lose some days, but we're going to get it back when the market is trending. Anybody have any questions, comments? If you have comments, you can unmute yourself because we do all our Zooms, guys. You can unmute and ask questions. Anything anybody want to know about? Anybody have any questions? Anybody on here that's already in our group made money today? But when that's running, made money.
You mean besides me?
Besides
Oh,
you,
absolutely. I did make about 8K today.
8K.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
on my 100,000 demo accounts.
FTMO. That's
So-
great.
To go live whenever next month when we have the live session.
Right.
With my my Forex fund. I have my account ready.
And I would definitely recommend going live. When you go live, we're going to definitely be managing these accounts now. Not just letting them run. Guys, we what else I want to show? Oh, this is what I'm going to show next. Now, along with the EA guys, when the EA throws a signal in, you're going to get our Telegram group. You're going to be in our Telegram group here. And what this does, every time the EA takes a trade, it throws it in here. So now you can actually manually trade on your manual account too. And I'm going to show you, we actually have two separate signals accounts. So you're going to have signals galore. The EA's putting signals in, but also it tells you the trend, the entry, time frame, platform, stop loss, take profit, right? It's going to give you all this information.
Hey, Kirk, today I was doing I was looking at the signals alone, why the EA is doing its thing. I went to a different account of mine, Blueberry Markets. And I wanted to test the validity of the signals. And I'm a scalper and I make 3-4 entries at a time. I stack a little bit. Today it won me 98 trades and I lost 7.
Wow.
But I was only going 5 pips at a time.
Right.
But that was based on those signals right there.
Right. You can scalp. Yeah, Uncle Lee likes to scalp and take 5 pips. I mean, and stack them. That's whatever. You take 5 trades, stack them at 5 pips, that's 25 pips, or you can take 1 trade for 25 pips. Yeah, but
it adds up at the end of the day. It adds up in the end of the day.
Yep, it all adds up at the end of the day. He's absolutely right. We got that from the EA, but we also have, let me bring this down. We also have our Discord, our Discord group, guys. This is what we're really excited about. This is, again, see, in order to properly use the EA, you have to have the fundamentals of trading. That's why I said you have to understand support, resistance, trend lines. So this is where my partner Eric B comes in. I'm not sure if he wants to kind of speak on this a little bit, but with our signal, we started this signals group right here. He started this signals group 7 months ago, guys. 7 months ago. 7,100 potential pips. That's averaging a little bit more than 1,000 pips a month. And unlike other groups where they put in their charts, they'll put in there, they'll put the markup in after the trade is done, saying, hey, we won this trade. He puts our charts in, the mark them up first. That's after. He puts them in first. Like he'll put a chart in and call the trade right here based off of his analysis. And this is what we trade. This is what we teach. This is what he teaches, what we call top-down analysis. So you're going to understand why the EA took a trade or understand why the EA is in the trade and if I should stay in the trade or get out of the trade. If you understand top-down analysis, then you're gonna have the balance done. So he puts a trade in here, and then after the trade, what the trade did. Trade went for 20 pips, still going. So he puts the before chart in and the after chart, guys. So you're gonna get these are signals. This will come out in our Discord group as a signal. You'll see this markup When you see this right here, that's the entry. The gray line is your entry right here. The white is your take profit. The red is your stop loss. So you're getting maybe 1 to 3, or 1 to 4 of these a day from technical analysis. You're also getting the trade signals from the EA. Now, again, from 7 months, 7,100 pips, he had 173 wins and 84 losses. That's like a 67% win ratio. A little bit over 1,000 pips a month. Now, just imagine $1 a pip, $1,000.
But those were
Yeah,
big
that's
ones.
why Uncle Lee's awesome. He is awesome, man. Like, I know I annoy him sometimes, but he's I love the way you guys are teaching this too, man. Like, a lot of respect.
Thank you.
I'm just listening, but yeah, no, I'm listening, man.
Great, thank you. Let me clear something up right here. Uncle Lee is on.
Okay,
right
go ahead.
now,
Sorry.
This is my partner, Mr. Eric B, on here. He's on here right now. Eric B. He's the chart master. He's this right here. He does these signals, the top down analysis and stuff. But we also have in that group where our team members actually put their own charts in. So he teaches how to mark up charts. So now we don't have to rely on him signals. Once you learn how to do it, now you're doing your own. You're putting your own charts in, and and learning how to do the exact same thing that he's teaching. So you're going to get the instruction on how to actually manually trade, with and understand top down analysis. So guys, you're getting all of that, and then at the end of the week we put in our end of the week pip counts and stuff. Guys, so you're getting all of this plus the university with training and the past trainings and stuff, how to use the EA properly. And again, I would say, if you use the EA, if you go over the rules and use the EA like we show you, managing it, you have no choice but to be successful with it. There is, again, I've had nobody be able to come show me an EA that works over the long run without somebody managing some type of intervention. Well, we're going to show you the proper way to do it, like Uncle Lee did the first day today. And as long as you follow the rules and do it that way, you're going to be successful with it. You're going to be successful. Does anybody have any comments or questions? Any other questions? Anything? Now, I'm going to show you guys how do we determine whether we want to stay in a trade, or get out of it. Well, if everybody see this white line right here, this is the 20 EMA. The 20 EMA. This does not come on your chart. What your chart is going to look like when you get it is like this. Just the candles on it. It's not going to have anything on it. Just the candle. Let me get these off here right quick, so I want to get confused, people. Yes. It's just going to have the candles. It's going to have your candles and your account number, your active status right here, along with the EA. These are the settings that you can manipulate. This is what Uncle Lee was talking about, the max concurrent trades for a single pair. That means I only want one GU running at a time. I only want one pair running at any given time, but I want a total of 8 pairs total. So on this account right here, I don't want no more than 8 trades at any given time. So it won't put me in 9, 10, 11, 12. So I don't have to worry about waking up in the morning and see I'm in 15 trades at $3,000 drawdown. I can tell it how many trades I want. And then my lot size. Now, this one is not the one I'm running. As you see, my auto trader is off. This is on my local computer. This actual account right here that I'm running this on is actually on my VPS. But this is our take profit, 40, 30. You can use a trailer, partial close. We don't really use those until we get, we teach that as the account progresses, gets bigger, and you want to start saving, putting a little bit in the bank, fine. But we recommend false for right now. But these are the things that you manipulate right here. Just let the EA do what it's going to do. But again, we put the 20 on, and let me show you what we're talking about. We put this 20 moving. Let me make it white right quick so it show up a little better. We put this 20 moving average on, and this is what we say, guys. Let's just say that the EA put us in a sale right here. It put us in a sale, right? First thing we're going to do is what? We're going to look to the left, see if we got some structure, right? So we say put us in a sale here. So, okay, well, we look down, we got structure. What do? We may want to get out of that trade. And what did it do? Went down and went back up. And this probably would have hit our stop loss. If it put us in, well, now we'd have got 40 pips out of it. We could have got, if it put us in, what I do, if it put me in on this candle right here, and I look at my trade, first thing I do is after I draw my support, I look to see how far I is to support. Because this is CJ. CJ got a lot of pips, right? That's almost 40 pips from here to my support. I stay in that trade because my take profit is 40. Well, I don't care if I say come down here what it does if I only go 30 and it starts bouncing around on the 15 minutes to consolidate, I take those 30 pips. But if that was anything less than 10 pips, guys, what are we going to do? If price is right here on support, we close that trade because we don't want it to bounce and go back up and hit our stop loss. We close that trade, right? But that's 40 pips right there. So we measured it. We say, yeah, I'm gonna get at least 20 or 30 of that because that's what price has been going, right? That's what price has been going. So
I love how casual you are, man, about it. It's so cool. I love the way you teach, man. It's cool. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. And so we look at, we already know we're in a downtrend for that sale. And what do we got right here? Just a slight pullback, right? So I would be willing to take that trade down to support right there. But now what do we do when we start to see that movement, starting to see the EA doing this right here, kind of in this area? Because remember, it doesn't look like a lot, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's about 8 hours right there. So let's just say it puts me in a buy right here. It puts me in a buy. I can't see the future here. I can't see this going to go up. This is a judgment call. Once the price has gone across this 20 2, 3 times, I like to say 4 times at least, I would close that out. I don't care about the trade that I didn't get. When come back and say, oh man, I could have made money here, because it could have easily put a buy going the opposite way. Why? Because price is starting to kind of go sideways now. That's a small right there, but let's find a better one. Let's say right in here, guys, all this right here. Even though we can make money on this, right? We don't say we can't make money in consolidation, but that's going sideways. And you don't know what it's going to do. Let's say we get a buy right here. Well, price has been going, it's been going across that 20 and back across and cross, back across and cross. It's sitting on this 20 moving average. So we don't know. That's called indecision. We don't know what it's going to do. So if I'm in a buy right here, I would close that. Yeah, it went down and went up and could have got 40. But it also went down, and that's probably 40 or 30. Our stop loss is only 30. So a buy would hit my stop loss. So as long as price is going sideways and going across your moving average 20, back and forth bouncing, just close the trade. It's no sense in taking a chance. Why? Because we're going to get this. We're going to get these, right? We don't worry about it. We're going to get all these ones like that. So why even take a chance? But again, we have all been running the EA, letting it go just to see what it does, and we're still winning.
Do you ever have a rule when consolidations happening like that? Like, do you wait for a number of candles or anything like that?
What we say is when price starts, let's say price enters me in a buy right here, okay? Right here. We looking to the left, guys. We just came off a buy trend, right? Now price is coming down, it's starting to consolidate. Right. So I'm looking, I personally, and I don't know if everybody wants to speak up on this, but I personally say if it puts me in the back, I look to the left. If more than 3 or 4 candles, price is going through it, 3 or 4 candles like this, I'm getting out of it. Because
I need a rule like that. Okay. I hear you.
If it's 3 or 4 candles, this is for me. And again, I say I don't know other people's trading appetite. Cool. All I know is it's consolidating for me right here. So I just get out. I get out of it because if it puts me in a buy, what did it do? It dropped. Puts me in a buy, it dropped. Puts me in a sell, it went up. There's no decision right here. And so until it breaks out of that little zone, I'm done with it. And how I do that, I just take it, close that chart out right there. I come to the X, close it out. Close that chart out. Everybody got that? And then when price breaks out of that zone, it starts to move, and you'll be able to tell when the market moves because remember, you're running 20-some pairs and you're making money on 20-some of them. But when I get a trade, and another way to judge, guys, when it's consolidating, let's say it enters me in a buy right here, and I lose. And then an hour or 2 hours later, enters me into a sell. I lose. And an hour or 2 later, enters me in a buy. I lose. My third loss on that same pair within 5 to 6 hours, 7 hours, I'm done. Because if it's buying and selling in a short amount of time, what's that? That's consolidation. Right? If it's enters a buy, you lose, enters a sell, you lose, enters a buy, it ain't going nowhere. It's hitting that stop loss every time. So that means turn it off. Everybody got that? Turn it off. And then you go look at the chart. Turn it off and come back to it the next day and see if it's come out of that zone. See, right here, we'd have been out of it, come out the next day, the next day, it's still in that little zone doing the same thing. I'm not even putting it back on the chart. Until I see it break out, give me an established high, when I can come over and look at this right here and say, okay, it went up here now, and I can go look to the left. Okay, it came and gave me a double top now. Now I should be looking to see what it's going to do. and it still consolidated a little bit more. Gave us what? Gave us the triple top. Then it dropped. So I need that one to drop. And the only reason I come back, in is just like normal, regular trade now, when it breaks that structure and breaks my moving average and closes. Once price goes away from this 20 moving average, after consolidation, more than likely it's going to go in a direction, right?
And then it's fun.
Yeah, right. Right. It's fun after that because just let the EA do these other, because I might miss this first move, but the EA is going to put me in somewhere down here and get it back for me, get these moves back.
Hey, Kirk, can I throw something in there? I know you're explaining the technical and a lot of the the support resistance and the manual thought that goes behind this, but just for fun, tell them what you told me you did 3 weeks ago. You started with $500 and just let the EA run by itself.
Yep, that one account got up to 3,000.
$500, and then how long did it take?
That was 3 weeks. That's what I'm
talking about.
Yep, it got to 3,000. That one demo account at 3,000. That's just letting it run. Again, the one we just started February 5th. That was see, Uncle Lee. Now, what I didn't tell you on that was I had some exaggerated lot size on it too. I was just running exaggerated lot size. It could have blown.
That's why I love you guys. You guys are both very optimistic, which I think is very good. I think I love that quality.
Right. I just did that one just to see what it did on lot, and I them big lot size, it worked. It could have easily gone the other way. That's why I don't recommend big lot sizes to blow your account. So we kind of done the numbers. And that's why I said we came up with the numbers thing. 5 trades max, 30 pips, time your lot size. That's how much you can afford to lose.
I like to structure the trading, Kirk. I'm not trying to take away from your lessons here, which are very fine, but I'm in such the habit of trying to pass these challenges, MFF, Fitmo, where they keep you in line, keep that drawdown low, that 5% limit that they scare us with. If you do that in real life on your live accounts, it's just a good habit to have, so you don't find yourself in such big loss.
Right,
so
right.
That's what I love about the EA. And
you're right. Like Eric B says, these challenges, they force you to be careful. They force you to know your numbers, and that way, like you said, it will carry over on your live account too, because nothing worse than, waking up in the morning time and blowing an account because your numbers were over exaggerated,
Yeah.
That's, guys, this see all of this right here. Well, let me see how far it goes first before I even say. Good Lord. Now, of course, CJ, this looks like consolidation, which this is because it's going back. But these little runs right here, guys, these ones, it's not going across my moving average. And on CJ, that's 32 pips. That's 37 pips right there. You would think that's consolidation. But CJ is a very high pair. So you got to kind of look. This is consolidating straight sideways. But when you get it moving away from the moving average on these higher number pairs, the EUR pairs, the GBB pairs, CJ, U-Chef, stuff like that. When you see it going like this away from the moving average, that's not consolidating. It looks like these are consolidating. That's not consolidating, because that's going to give you, it's consolidating in the big time. If you're looking to get 50 to 100 pips, not going to happen. But 30, 40 pips, that's 30 pips right there, 40 pips right there. The EA takes a sell right here. It looks to the left. If we got a sell right here, I look back and I say, okay, my structure's up here. I look over here. I don't have anything down here. I'd be willing to take that chance, all the way across, right here. It puts me in the sale. That's 30. So that's right at 40 pips, 38, 39 pips right there. Hey, it's just a money thing then. I go ahead and get some of that money and go. But yeah, when it starts going really like the sideways, then, you get out of it. But you see how price rise that, all right here, you probably would have turned the EA off for the majority of this. Just turn the EA off. When I say turn it off on this pair. But when it got away and started going down, it started making this, getting away from the moving average and going down. That's when you're going to make that money.
Hey, Kirk, can you do something? If you don't mind? Can you take like one of our latest signals, that's in your signal telegram, and just look at one of the trades on this and show your theory here?
Okay, let's go to USD JPY.
Something that's pertinent and it applies right now.
That was one. Let's look at the latest one. The latest one is EU. Where's EU?
That way we can see how they can apply it right now.
The latest one right there. Come on. Shoot, I forgot.
There you go on the 1
Hold
hour.
on, let me put this on here right quick. Forgot to do this on this grid so I can move it.
I mean, I love listening to you teach, but I like to show in real world too that these are the signals that's going on right now, not theory, and what the EA is doing.
Oh, there you go. Okay. All right. This is right now. This was our last signal, EU for a buy, guys.
And I see you have the EA off right now.
Huh?
You got your auto trading off.
But no, remember this EA is on my local computer. This account number is actually on my VPS. So it's actually running on my VPS.
Okay, I
this
got
is
you.
just for me for teaching. See, because you see, I'm already in the buy. It put me in the buy right here. The green dotted line. That's our entry.
Yeah, I'm in there too. That's why I was wondering. Okay.
Yeah, that was our entry right here.
I just need Uncle Lee's luck, but no, I know he's a good trader. I'm just joking around. But I'm listening, guys.
Thanks.
That was our entry
I'm
for
joking.
the EA right here. This was our stop. This is our stop loss, and that's our take profit. So you see the EA. The EA put us in right here on the buy, right? It put us in, and we're obviously what? In a buy trend right here. Let's look at this right quick.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
That's the latest signal, EU USD, time for hour. That's the entry, stop loss, take profit. So that's it. We're in a buy trend. We only got to go up to here. We got some momentum going, right? We got all blue of them. Got some momentum going. Not to say it won't pull back. We know what price likes to go up, consolidate, pull back, go up. So it might do that again right in this area. But again, whatever this number is right here, this money number, I'm looking across here to the left. That's resistance right there. So the price might get right here and start bouncing. And what I say about bouncing, I mean, I'm on the hour. The EA put me in on the hour. But then I'll go. What did I do it? I'll go to Trading View right here and put it up and say, okay, let me see. I already got it marked up on Trading View. That's my entry. That's my take profit. But look, I got support. I got resistance right here. And so what I'll do is I'll tell myself, let me go look. Once it gets up, price gets close up. First of all, two things. Price gets close up to my stop, my take profit. I'm gonna close it. If I'm 3 to 5 pips away from my take profit, and I got money and it starts bouncing, I'm closing it anyway because I'm right there. Oh, take that money, right? But I can also go to the 15 and price comes, as we see, price gets up here.
You might get a bounce off that EMA and get a better entry.
It gives me 15-minute candles and it's just consolidating. What's that tell you? It tell you it's on the 15 minutes. Same structure. It's coming. It's going to drop. Close that trade. Don't let it get you this money, bounce, and then come all the way back down. Don't do that. This is all the part about what we're talking about management. We're going to teach you how when price comes up there, go down to the lower time frame. If it starts bouncing on the 15, because you can't see it on the hour. The hour is just going to show you it goes up here and hits one time close to it. The 15 will show you 4 candles per hour. If it starts bouncing there and staying in that area, or gives you some bearish candles, it's time to go ahead and close that trade, take that money.
Yep.
Right. And so again, you use our Telegram group for that signal. So you'd have got that EUR/USD signal. You would manually trade that. You'd have been up in profit on the EA and up in profit on your manual trading. Not to mention the signals from Discord, from our Discord group. Look at this one. EUR cat. That EUR cat. I imagine that's still going because we don't have an update. One win. We got GBP US. What's that? GBP USD. That was our entry. Stop loss based off of our rejections right here. It takes 2 rejections, guys, to confirm a zone. So we got 1, we got 2, we got 3, so all of this right here. After this one right here, you could have got in right here and got that. That's about 20 pips. Came back down, got in, get another 20 pips. It came back down. Every time it comes down to support, you could have got in, got another close to 20 pips. Came back down. You could have made 20, 20, 20, 20, and then this one finally went, and up. Because that from when it bounced here this time, that'd been about 20. Then we waited for it. It came down here. We got an entry here. Went on up, came down a little bit because that's that retracement. Stop loss down here. Went on up. Hit our take profit. Retraced back and kept on going. So you're getting signals in our Discord group. This signal was today. This update was today. I think this one hit I forgot what time this one hit take profit sometime earlier. But we getting these signals every single day, guys. Look, from March 19th to March 24th, he does it weekly. From the 19th to the 24th, a potential of 346 pips this week. We write down every trade, 7 wins, 2 losses. EURNZD, 58 pips. GU sell, stop. The GU sale got stopped out. But overall, a positive 346 potential pips that you could have gotten.
That's for the week.
That's for 1 week, from the 19th to the 24th, right?
When I first started trading, 300 pips for the month was phenomenal.
Yes, and 300 pips for the month is still phenomenal. Yeah. However, we got a good trainer over here. Everybody, we got a good trainer. He knows what he's doing. And guys, one thing about what we like about this that you're gonna get with your membership. Now, a lot of people saying, what, $150 a month? $150 a month. Where have you ever? How many people have not made? I had that one in the chat box where people have not made withdrawals. They've been trading and everything, and they have never made a withdrawal. Imagine doing just 300. Imagine only doing 100 pips a week, but you're making withdrawals.
Imagine doing a Zoom where we have to teach people how to make their withdrawals for the first time.
Right. Uncle Easy is only going to make fun of me if I call you Bud, which I won't do.
Please do. Yeah. Please do, Bud.
Right. So get this. Again, guys, we're going to be teaching you how to do this. How to start making, how to start, using our top-down analysis trainings combined with the signals, combined with the EA, combined with the signals from the EA. You'll be crushing the market as long as you're using the EA the correct way. And we're going to be on that it's going to get to be second nature. It's going to get to be second, because in our other Discord group right here with our rules and pairs that we trade, this is our rules, right? Where is it? Rules right here. Very simple rules. Let me open it up right quick. Very simple rules, guys. This is all of this should be self-explanatory, but it's best if you have it in front of you so you know. First of all, we want you to start off in demo because we want you to get used to the EA, understand how the EA works. The biggest thing I tell everybody is, don't worry if you have a losing day, if you have a losing 2 days, a losing 3 days. You may even I've had a losing week, guys. But guess what? When the market started moving, I tripled the account the next week. You can't be afraid to lose. And that was my biggest fear. If I had it wasn't really so bad if I had a losing day. But I started getting nervous when I had 2 days, 3 days. That's because I didn't know my numbers. And I was blowing all my money. But as I started smart trading and understanding my numbers, I said, okay, I can lose this much, I lose this much. And then when the market came back around and got all that money back plus some, and then I learned how to scale up, meaning up my lot size while the market is trending. You definitely know when the market is trending, up your lot size a little bit. Now you're starting to move. So start off in demo, get a feel how the EA works and how to manage it. 30 pip stop loss, 40 pip take profit. A lot of people are going to come in. This is where a lot of you guys are going to come in and say, well, I know what I'm doing. I'm a successful trader. I know what I'm doing. Okay, yeah, you can do what you want to do. This is what we recommend. Minimizing your stops, minimize your losses, and maximizing take profits, right? You can do whatever you want to do, but we do that. No more. We recommend no more than 5 trades max at a time. You want to limit the amount of drawdown. You want to protect the money that you're making. Not say I want to have 10 trades open, and because God forbid, 10 trades open, 10 trades going to drawdown at one time, right? If you see a trade bouncing around the same area for a buy, the trade is bouncing around resistance and opposite for a sell, that's when it's consolidating. That's what I showed you on the chart. When you got trade bouncing around the same area, it hasn't moved either way. It enters a buy, it loses. It enters a sell, it loses. It enters a buy, it loses. After the third one, it should be like getting hit in the head with a baseball bat. After the third one, you know it hurts. Right? So close it. Say, I ain't gonna let it do 4 and 5, 6 times, 7, 10 times, right? Because you know it's trending. I mean, you know it's consolidating, right? So you will be managing this here. Again, I said this in the beginning, I'll say it again. If you're on this Zoom and you're not wanting to manage the EA, you're not wanting to learn how to do structure, how to look at support, resistance, trend lines, you're not wanting to learn, then you're probably on this Zoom for no reason.
Don't use the EA, exactly.
Don't use the EA, right? Don't use it.
I agree with you.
Go find the holy grail somewhere. Keep doing what you're doing. but we feel like we have the
You can
holy
still
grail
do good
if
just
we do it
taking the
right way.
signals. Yeah.
Right. And we recommend, guys, that this is where a lot of people come to us and say, what should my lot size be? How much? And that kind of lets us know that, nothing, bad intended. But if you have to ask what my lot size should be, you understand what your account balance is. If you don't know what your lot size should be, you definitely need to be in demo because you don't understand your numbers. We recommend 1 to 3% of your account balance.
Oh, that's why they make they make those free lot size calculators. You can use that at the beginning.
Absolutely. But we recommend 1 to 3% of your account balance, right? And this EA, I have to say, this EA is not a get rich quick scheme, guys.
I like Uncle Lee's suggestion the other day. You know what I'm doing now? I'm doing 0.25%. 0.25%. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, that's 0.25. That's two.
I mean, I haven't done it on a challenge yet, but I mean, like, that's kind of my mindset.
Well, it's whatever your trading appetite is, whatever your trading risk is.
Yes,
it's whatever. But you got to understand, if you're doing this thing on prop firms, you got to respect the 5% drawdown limit.
Oh, absolutely,
respect 100%. That. All right. Then again, this is what we also need people to understand. There may be differences in trade setups between MT4 and MT5 and brokers, because we all know that if I'm on Carbon Capital and you're on Hugo's Way, if I'm on LQDFX and you're on Hero, the EA might put a trade in that I'm in that you didn't get in because yours is on MT4 and I'm on MT5, and there's a price difference between brokers. There's a spread difference between brokers. So now, out of 10 trades, if we're in 10 trades and you only get 1 or 2 of them, then there's a problem somewhere. We got to look and check. But if you're 50-50, 60-40, 70-30, something like that, then that's because, the spreads are different. The price is different.
Yes.
What I have noticed right now, guys, and I'll even say this, me and my partner, Eric B., we were both on Hugo's Way. Both of us were on Hugo's Way.
I'm on Hugo's too. I
had a trade. I had trades sometimes that he didn't get in, that his didn't get in, and vice versa. And we both on Hugo's Way. All we can say, guys, is technology. It's computer program. There's no rhyme or reason. Computer's going to do what it's going to do. So don't worry if you see a trade come in. Well, I didn't get in that trade. Okay. I've noticed this right here on my Hugo's Way versus my FTMO. My FTMO trade always gets in the trade late. I get in the trade on Hugo's Way. Like I got it, put me in GU for the buy. My FTMO didn't get in that trade for 3 or 4 hours. And it's like that. I can tell when my FTMO is going to take a trade because I look at my Hugo's Way first. And I'm already in that trade. I don't understand why.
3 or 4 hours, seriously?
FTMO don't have higher spreads, so they should be in first. But
that's weird.
It's
I like what Uncle Lee suggests. I like MFF now, but I don't know much about it. But
right. Okay. Next thing, guys, we want to really get people to understand this. Now, if you're a formidable trader, you've been trading a long time, you understand this, then this may not apply to you. But I just say it for everybody, just says, so I know I said it. Do not manually trade on the same account that you run your EA on. Very important. The reason I say it's very important, it won't hurt the EA, but if you got your EA set to run 5 pairs only, and you're doing an MFF challenge or a FTMO challenge, or even your live account, and you actually start manually trading on it, now the EA can't handle it. The EA is not going to manage the manual trades. It's only going to run 5. So you're gonna limit the EA from opening up any other trades, because you told the EA to open 5 trades. It's only got 3 open, but you got 2 manual trades running. The EA is going to open up 2
and
more
you could
trades.
mess up too, because think about it. Like for example, like even the EA that Uncle Lee runs sometimes, depending on what chart you have open, it could close trades. Yeah, no, you're right. I think that's good advice.
Right. Yeah. We just don't want to just get a different account for your manual trading.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And this is what we're talking about the consolidation, guys. If you have a pair that enters the market more than 2 times, so that means it enters GU for a buy and it lost. Then it turned around and entered GU for a sell, it lost. That 3rd time, after that 3rd one, I'm closing it. You can say after 2, within 5 to 6 hours, because that tells you what? The market is consolidating. Right? The market, make a note of that pair.
I like that. I really like that advice. I'm going to write that down.
Make a note of that trade. Make a note of that pair that you turned off and come back to it another day or so.
Yeah, that's a good. That's
See
a
if
good
it's
one.
moving. These are the rules, guys. These rules are found, in our Discord group, in our group right now. That if you print this out and have it beside you, then you should do really well, along with understanding support resistance trend lines, right? EU is going support resistance trend line. You understanding those, those trades, guys. I mean those structures, you will do really well with EA, but you have to be consistent and you have to be patient, right? You have to be consistent and patient. Remember, the EA is not a holy grail. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's going to let it do what it does. The biggest thing is patience. I lost 2 days in a row. I lost 3 days. Okay, fine. So be it. Let it come back right. That means the market was consolidating. But we're going to take advantage of this. This is what we're going to take advantage of, right? That pullback and that continuation, right? We even take advantage of the pullback here, right? Because the EA is going to see a sale. And normally, as I said, it puts us in on a break and retest, which is this right here. What price was sitting on support, broke it, turned into resistance, and the EA puts us in somewhere around here and go down 30 pips. Then it puts us back in. So these are the kind of trades that the setup does, and we just look if you notice in this buy trend, the price is not riding this 20 anywhere. Price is not riding it. It's just going up. Price is not riding it. It's going up. So these are the trades we look for, guys. So anybody have any questions? This is everything you're going to get, guys. $150 a month. What I tell people like this, we have people running this thing for the past 20-some days now. Everybody's loving it. You had a chance to get it for free for 30 days to test it out. Everybody's loving it. But even if you did not get the chance to test it out for free, this is what I say. And this is how I look at making money. You have to have a business and a money-making mindset, I would say. It would cost me $100. I always like to try something for 2 months to see if I can, because fairly seldom can you really do something in a month that, I like to do stuff for 2 months, personally, me, when I'm trying something new. Because that first couple of weeks may be a fluke. Can I do it again the next month? So if it costs me $300 to try something that I see everybody winning with, it's worth me spending that $300. It's because that $300 can potentially turn into $300 days for me on the EA, right? And my goal, I've told everybody, my goal really is not to put another nickel into the market of my own money. I'm doing these prop firm challenges and using other people's money.
There you go.
Right.
That's what I love about Uncle Lee. I love that about him. Yeah. I love that.
I'm using other people's money to make money now. So it would be a good investment to try it for a couple of months. Of course, we know there are no guarantees in Forex, but I would say this: if you get on these Zooms, and we know everybody can't get on every Zoom all the time. That's why we have the, did I show this? That's why we have our Zoom recordings right here. This Zoom we're doing tonight will be right here in our Zoom recordings right here. And then again, as I showed you in our top-down analysis one, no, not in the top-down, in our university, in our university is where we have all of our Zooms, past Zooms for our top-down analysis. So we have everything. Thursday night training, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. We have all of the trainings. So if you miss one, they're right here. All of these trainings are top-down analysis where we show you structure, how to look at taking trades, how to go from the daily all the way down to the 15 to get what we call, people always say like the perfect entry. Call it whatever you want, sniper entry, whatever. We show you how to go down to the 15 and get a good entry instead of trading on the higher time frames. And
I got to say something, Kirk. You're making a big list here, and I see that. And I hope anybody that's watching that's new is not intimidated by all those videos. But I just want to reiterate something. When you just watch 1 or 2 of those videos, and you actually get in the habit, it becomes fun watching the structure, look at the stop loss, support resistance. It becomes easier.
It's true. It becomes fun. It's true.
I could look at a chart and a trade like you, Kirk, and within seconds you can see what's going where and how it's going to act. It just becomes second nature, and that's what those videos are for. You don't necessarily have to watch every single one. It just becomes a habit when you look at a chart. Like I'm sure we all have habits now, be they good or bad. But those videos that Kirk has there, they put you in a good habit, a good way of trading, and I really appreciate them.
Absolutely.
That's a good point, Uncle Lee.
Thank you, Uncle Lee.
Thank you, brother.
So guys, that's what we have. You know, we believe that with this EA and with our training, our top-down analysis training, our strategies for manual, because we have strategies that we're not going over tonight for our manual trading, because again, that's for our members, but we have a strategy that we use for our manual trading. That's, you know, a lot of people, well, like this, people say you can't make money in a consolidating market. We've proven that not true. And what do we know about the market? The market consolidates more than it trends. But we have a way of making money. We look forward to trending markets. We also look forward to a consolidating market because we're making money in both of them. Because we have a strategy that I can't say it's foolproof because nothing is foolproof, but it's definitely 65, 70%. Definitely. I'll say definitely 65, 70%, you know, in the consolidating market. But that's a strategy for our team. It wouldn't be fair to go over all that stuff right now.
Better than the banks.
Yeah, right.
Way better. Far
right.
better.
But so I would say this, guys, you know, $150, try it out. We're going to be launching this, you know, because everybody's doing our free trial right now. So I closed the join button. I took the join button off of our website, so nobody can join right now. Everybody got the free trial. They're already in. You know, April 2nd, we said April 1st, but that's April Fool's Day. And I know me, I'll do something crazy and put like $5,000 on there to join, you know, but so we just said April 2nd. April 2nd, we're going to be launching the button. Turning the button back on. It's going to be $150, but you're going to get it's not like when you go buy an EA, like I've had people ask me, well, why are you charging for your EA? I know we can just go buy EA outright. And I'm like, well, go buy that EA outright then. And I don't mean it to be mean. What I'm saying is you're buying the EA outright. What are you getting? You're getting the EA. That's it. No support, nothing. With us, $150 a month, you're getting the EA. You're getting training on the EA 2 nights a week. You're getting training on you're getting training.
Uncle Lee's signals are good too. Just for the record, I'm going to shout that out real quick.
You're getting both the signals groups. You're getting top-down analysis training. You're getting another strategy that we're going to show you in the consolidating market. You're getting all the Zoom trainings. You know, you're getting a community that the guys in our top-down analysis group, they talk all day and night, just like Uncle Lee's group. They talking all day and night about structure and about putting their charts in price. You're going to be taking trades from other people. I mean, if you don't make $150 every day, something's wrong. Right? I just say it like that. You know, so yeah, you can buy an EA outright one time from anywhere and get no support, nothing. You have to work it yourself and do what you got to do. But we have a community where everybody loves trading and we're all making money using it and showing you how to use it, you know, properly. Because I don't mind investing in myself. I'll say it like that. I don't mind investing $150 a month if it's gonna make me more than that. As long as I'm profiting, making money, I don't mind paying something. As long as it's not costing me money. And that's how I think. So all the people who are on here that are, you know, part of Uncle Lee's group, again, I ask you, please send him a message right now, at least letting him know you're on the Zoom, you know, whether you join us or not April 2nd, just let him know you're on the Zoom. But if you do join us, definitely let him know. Because you guys, you know, you're from his group. And I appreciate Uncle Lee, you know, taking the time out to help us, you know, talk to his people about it, getting on with us. You know, like I said, I've known Uncle Lee a long time. We've done a lot of stuff together. I believe we've become friends now. We talk on the phone.
Amen.
Everything, you know, so we kind of like twins because everything we talk about, I'm going through the same issue he going through. We both.
That's cool.
Like almost every time he says something, Uncle Lee, I just had that. You know, he vice versa. Like, darn, we're twins on everything.
It's funny. Can't you see the resemblance?
Right. We kind of look alike, don't we?
That's funny.
But so I appreciate him, guys. I appreciate each and every one getting on. Are there any questions about anything? We don't want but we always tell people, guys, we don't want anybody not to have questions and not get them.
No, thanks, man. You've been great.
I appreciate
thank you. I was going to say.
Thank you, Kirk. That was a good job, man.
We look forward to each and every one of you joining us on April 2nd. Again, get in touch with Uncle Lee if you want to see results throughout the day. Then I would have Uncle Lee give you. I'm not going to put it in here. I'm not going to put it on this Zoom. If you want to see more results, then get with Uncle Lee. He'll give you the link to the Discord group I was just showing you, where you can get more. But make sure you go through Uncle Lee, please.
I'm always glad to help anybody I can. You guys,
Uncle Lee, do more. Uncle Lee, do more of these. These are great. This is great.
Well, we do this every Monday and Wednesday night.
So really? I didn't know that. Okay.
Every Monday and Wednesday night. This is Kirk's doing, Lucas. This is Kirk's doing. He's the Zoom master, as you can tell.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
Every Monday and Wednesday night. And then every Monday and Wednesday night. And then once you become a member, you're going to have our top-down analysis trainings on Tuesday nights. So you get because we don't mix and match. Our top-down analysis training on Tuesday nights is strictly going over charts like this.
Cool. I'm glad I saw it. No, that was fun. That was a lot of fun.
Come spend your time with us, man. You can sit here and learn to trade and actually make a living doing this, or sit on your butt and watch Netflix on a movie you've seen 3 times.
Right.
Oh,
one thing I'll say about this thing, guys, and I hope Uncle Lee doesn't get mad about it, take this the wrong way, because he knows, as I said, I've used Uncle Lee's strategies for the last 5 years and love them. Pip Hunter, became mine, and
I've known him for a long time too.
Yeah, and
I want to hear what you said.
But what we're going to be teaching guys, is to use indicators and use other things like that as confirmations. All you need to know, all you need is candy. Don't even really need to learn the manual trade.
I got to work on the structure, man.
We'll do that. We'll do that because you can look at these charts, and you can see it, everywhere. I mean, you can see when you can start getting.
I don't know why it's so hard for me, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
It's going to become habit, buddy. It's going to be a habit.
I know you're right. I know.
But we don't use any indicators, guys. We use strictly the candles on the chart. That's all we use. Candles on the chart. And
good job, Kirk.
It's not as clustered.
No, great job. And I saw the trades you're talking about. I mean, I see it. And what I liked about you, this presentation tonight, particularly, it was like the confidence. Just like it's like, you know what? I know it. I just got to fucking have excuse my language. I'm sorry to curse. I just have to have the confidence sometimes,
Right.
I don't know.
We have to remind you that you know it.
Well, that's one thing. That's one reason we came up with the EA, because what we do know, guys, is trading a lot of times. I mean, I know a lot of guys, I've done this before. Trading is a lot of times is scared to pull the trigger.
Yeah, so you touch on that a lot, by the way. Yeah, no, exactly.
But the EA is not going to be scared to pull the trigger. The EA going to pull the trigger. You got to manage it. A lot of times we'll mark up charts and stuff at beginning trade, mark up a whole bunch of charts, and then come back the next day and say, "Man, look, it did exactly what I thought."
And it did. I won. Yeah.
Yep. Why didn't I take that trade? So we're going to teach you. The EA is going to put you in the trade, and then it's like pushing you out the airplane, and then you got to build the parachute on the way down.
That's
the EA going to take the trade. You got to go ahead and fix, manage it. So again, guys, thank you for your time.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
We'll see you guys again Wednesday night at the same time if you like, and we'll go from there.
Have a good night, everyone.
Yep. Good night, everybody. Have a great one.
Thank you.
Yep.
You